Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Chords and Consoles. It's a lot like the Console Space podcast, where we get together with a band and talk games and music. These guys look familiar to you. We got Slick Quick Jonathan Porter.
It's going good, Sean. What's up?
And we got the Rad Stat you wish you had, Rob Kettle.
Going good, Sean.
I didn't ask any of you how you're doing, but I'm glad you're good. This guy you might not recognize. This is Evan Smith from Appalachia Underground.
Yo.
We're going to be talking to him about games and his band. So, I'd like to start out, we'll talk some games, pretty much. I'd like to know what you've been playing recently. Lay it on me.
Word. Spider-Man.
That's what I figured.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
How is it?
That was awesome. It's so good.
Is it good?
Just swinging around, beating people up. That was amazing. I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighters since it came out, like, all year.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Nice.
I just got that Capcom Beat 'em Up collection,
Oh, yeah.
and it's really sweet.
There's another, dude.
Is that? I don't think. Is that for PS4?
No. Oh.
It was on the
I was-
Nintendo Direct. That's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I thought it was only for Switch for some reason. But.
Yeah, I think it's on everything.
Oh, cool. Okay. It was only like $20 too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
Like
deal.
6 games.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds
that's
cool.
always mindless fun.
Right.
So,
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that yet.
like, a lot of these games, some of them don't age great, and are still fun. Like the first Final Fight. You guys ever play Final Fight?
I actually haven't.
Yeah, it's rough, but it's still awesome though. What else is there? I've been playing Octopath Traveler.
I heard that's a really good game.
Yeah, it's super dope. If
That-
you are a big fan of Final Fantasy 4 or 6 or 2 or 3, depending on where you live, it's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of stuff on that. It looks so cool, but
Yeah.
I haven't got to play it yet.
Well, the art style they did it just is so good with the 16-bit, but then it's like layered. It's like that 2.5D or whatever they say, where
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of like 3D backgrounds, but still 16-bit looking.
Yeah, maybe like did you ever play that game way back in the day for PS1? It was called
Parappa the Rapper.
no, but Klonoa.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Well, that's 2.5D because it's like they call that one 2.5D because it's like a side scroller, but like the perspective will like shift and stuff.
Right.
This one's like it's like it's hard to explain. It's like 16-bit graphics. It's like the character's flat and the world is not. It's really
Oh,
weird.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Paper Mario.
yeah,
Sort of.
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say that's
Closer
yeah,
to
exactly
that.
what that reminded me of. Okay,
But everything's in like really awesome pixel art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like is it like what was that game you were playing that was like a 16-bit game on PS4?
Oh. You're thinking of I was playing that Bloodstained,
Yeah.
like the Castlevania type game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's just a straight up old school 2D game. But
That's awesome too, though.
yeah, did you get to play that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Um,
I backed the full PS4 game on Kickstarter, so I'm waiting for that to come out, and I got they gave everyone a free code for that
right on.
for that when it came out.
Did you see that Symphony of the Night is getting re-released?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
see,
I think.
we'll get into this. So we just recorded an episode. We were talking about the newly announced PS1 Classic, and we are like so conflicted on what else will be put on there because so many of these games have been remade. You know, Crash, and now like upcoming Spyro is being remade. Medieval is being remade, and now
Why? No.
I'm happy it's being remade only because I wanted actual copies, but they're like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, much in the vein of Shenmue.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was gonna buy it for Dreamcast, and I was like, never mind, because they're like $80. I was like, okay, I'll just buy the remasters. Yeah, there are just so many games that have been like recently put out, so it's just kind of like, are they gonna put them on there now? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Something's fishy because they didn't release the whole list. They're just like, it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Trust us.
yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah. You know what? You know, we're on the topic. So, what's your take on the whole? Like, you pre-order one or no?
I didn't pre-order one.
No? Okay.
I think they will be readily available, more so than the Nintendo classic consoles.
Well, I can tell you the last thing I read, they are sold out right now.
Sony makes products.
Yeah.
That artificial, what's it called?
Artificial demand.
Yeah, that Nintendo does. How dare they?
Right.
But it works.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
totally.
They learned their lesson with the first Wii. They're like, all right, this is what you got to do.
It absolutely works. Yeah, but
I do agree. I think they'll, in the long run, they'll keep making more and
Yeah.
they'll be available.
I'll probably get one if there's some. The stuff with that is that PlayStation games are more readily available on more things.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
and a lot of the games that I think will be on there will have had a remaster or reissue already, like you said. What did you guys say was going to be on there? What do you think?
I would say, well, obviously, Final Fantasy VII, which that was one that bugged me once they actually announced that it was on there, because I have it on PS4, it's in like HD, and they're like, well, here's this version that doesn't look quite as good on the classic, so I'm conflicted about that. But like Final Fantasy VII, we said, I instantly forgot the whole list. Rob wants Siphon Filter.
Yeah, Siphon Filter. I mean, I would say, well, again, when you mentioned Castlevania, that's what sparked this whole thing, because I'm thinking that's a given.
That has to be, yeah.
But then again, it's like, well, if they're remaking it, but I mean, I mean,
Konami's weird too, and it's like if they are remaking
they're kind of a problem.
Castlevania, yeah, it's kind of an issue.
So I
So
was thinking, like, Legend of Dragoon.
Yes,
Yes.
that will be on there for sure.
'Cause that's a Sony game.
Yes,
Right. That's what we were thinking.
Yeah,
RE2 has to be on there. It's just such a big PlayStation game.
but again,
that's what we were thinking
they're remaking
too.
that too. So I'm like, I don't know.
But maybe they'll be like, play it on here before you play it
Yeah.
in January.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That could be.
Maybe.
Because I was either thinking, because that was one of the first ones I thought of was Resident Evil 2, and then once now that the remaster's coming out, it's like, well, they'll either still put it on there, just so you can play both versions, or maybe they'll go with like Resident Evil 3 or like something that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, again, Castlevania is a given. Metal Gear Solid, you have to figure is a given.
Yeah.
Siphon Filter, I can see that pretty much automatically being on there. And then probably one like iterations of, Tomb Raider, Tony Hawk, Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Gran Turismo 2 will undoubtedly be on there.
Yeah. Well, and then again, one of the other things that we had to factor in was the lack of analog sticks. Because I remember, because one of the first games that we thought of was Ape Escape. But without analogs, they ain't happening. So that is something to take into consideration, obviously. But yeah, and plus, we were talking about how Wild Arms seemed like a bit of a curveball. So really, I'm not even sure what the hell they're going to put on this thing. I
don't know.
Again, what we just brought it off, I think, are givens. But then it's kind of it seems very up in the air.
Yeah. I hope Final Fantasy Tactics is on there.
That would be cool.
I would get it for that, probably.
Yeah,
I think
that was a PSP game, right?
It was
the
PS1.
original PS1.
Okay.
And then they put a version
Okay,
on PSP.
gotcha.
And then you can get that digital on PS3. I have my PS3 still plugged in, but I haven't turned it on in probably over a year. And there's stuff on there that I want to play still, I think. But I can't remember.
Yeah. It is insane how compared to the PS4 it feels so dated.
Yeah.
Like it's really not, but it feels like ancient technology. You know, I'm just like, God, this thing feels so old to me.
Was it 4 years? How old's PS4?
Oh no, PS3 came out in 06. PS4 came out in 13.
13.
So it was
5
long.
years. Yeah, I
It
mean,
was a long cycle.
I remember buying the absolutely crazy expensive PS3.
Oh, when it first came out,
Yeah, like-
$600.
Yeah, like 2 weeks before Metal Gear 4 came out. And I
That's
was-
about when I got mine.
Yeah, and I was
because
like-
I was like, I have to play this game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it was one of the big guys, but it didn't play PS2 games.
Right.
But then it actually got something burned out on it. And
Mine did too.
I saw this little yellow light.
Yep.
And I was like, this is the worst.
Yep.
And then the Sony people were like,
Yeah.
buy another
yeah.
one?
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
And so I had some funds, and the slim version was out.
Yep.
So it wasn't that big of a deal. But it does feel old.
Yeah.
But then I'm surprised Konami hasn't been working on a Metal Gear Solid 4 re-release for PS4. So all those people who played Xbox 360 and that
Yeah.
console
Yeah, that's a
age.
good point.
That's a good
'cause,
point. Yeah, because to this day,
It's only been on.
yeah, because that game wasn't in the Legacy collection or whatever.
No,
Right.
it's only been on PS3 because, according to Kojima, if you were to put it on, the 360 used DVDs, and if you were
Yeah,
to put it on
like 8
DVDs,
discs
it'd
or
take
whatever.
like 7 or 8 DVDs.
Yeah.
He's a magician.
Yeah.
He's a warlock. I believe and don't believe him at the same time. I don't know if Death Stranding is even a game
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
It might be a movie.
Now, there's a lot of controversy around that game. What's your take on it? Are you sold no matter what? Or
No.
no?
$65 is a lot of money.
That's a fair point.
As excited as I am, I don't know what the fuck it's about.
Right.
I think you carry packages
Of babies.
and then yeah.
Stork Simulator.
So as far as I know, Daryl from The Walking Dead
Right.
carries a potato baby that powers his satellite dish
Okay.
on his back that blinks and turns shadow people away. And in the daylight, he rips his nails off his body and likes to wade through creeks with some type of UPS parcel system.
All right.
I think that's what the game is.
Yeah.
So far, that's what we know.
What they don't tell you is Daryl's just going to be laughing through all his dialogue because he already collected a huge paycheck for a game that never got made.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Silent Hills.
that was a real shame.
It was a shame.
That's the real shame.
That
now,
is.
I am excited to see what Death Stranding is.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if I'm on board, I mean, I love Kojima, but it's one of those things like, why do I love him? And when I think about it, it's because of Metal Gear.
Right.
But then this just looks like a mess,
Yeah.
honestly. Hopefully it's like an awesome mess. But
Well, Metal Gear as a series was one big awesome mess.
yeah.
So, I mean, but now you didn't play Metal Gear Survive, did you? Okay. I wasn't sure if you even were like, I'll give it a chance, and I was
No,
because I wasn't about
a friend of mine was like, dude, it's super dope. And I was like,
Nah.
no, it's not. There's just simply no way.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it's something.
it's something,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
Okay. Now you are one of the few people who has more trophies than me on my friend list. So you're just an animal. What is your proudest platinum?
Ooh,
I think I might have the answer, but I'll let you.
interesting.
Man, I don't know. You might know what it is.
I mean, I just know that
He's
you.
scouring your list. He's
Yeah.
upset.
Yes. Yeah.
I just know
tell
that
me.
you platinumed God of War 3,
Yeah.
which is no easy task.
Yeah.
So I thought that might be it, but I don't know if there's something.
I think that was
More
my
challenging.
first one.
Oh, really? It was your first
yeah.
one. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's one that was more challenging than that.
I try not to trophy hunt if I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I try and cut that away from my game time.
Yeah.
Because as much as I feel the innate need to have trophies,
Right.
which is powerful, I try and I try and not do that
Yeah.
because gaming in its simplest form is for the fun of the game. And as where I think adding some trophies on adds a little bit of a sub game in. Some are just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One game I did trophy hunt for was Prototype 2.
Okay.
I was like, why am I even playing this game?
Yeah.
Let alone trying to platinum it. I must have had a fever.
You just couldn't do anything
But
else.
I can't think of it right now. I did platinum Spider-Man. But,
Okay, nice.
but I just didn't want to stop playing it. And I'd love to platinum God of War, but it was just so good. I don't feel like sullying the experience to go collect a few more notebook things.
Yeah.
Like,
See, you know, like actually, I did platinum that game, just because, like, I didn't want to stop playing it,
yeah.
so I was just like, I'm just gonna keep playing it, and you
Yeah.
know, it isn't a very bad platinum, like
No, like,
it's pretty easy.
I think just naturally I'm missing a few of the pickups, like the expanded lore.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the like Odin's Ravens.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Stuff.
There's too many
Those
of
are the
those
worst.
fucking things.
Yeah,
But I guess it's. Nah, I won't ever do it. But I will. I'll play it again. But
yeah,
those Ravens, man. One thing I don't like doing is looking for collectibles on my phone and pausing the game.
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's annoying.
And looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Hold on. And watch a fucking video.
yeah,
And then get rid of the ad. Like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've unfortunately done that a few times, and it's weird because it's always like, why am I doing this? But
Yeah.
I
like
feel
you
like
said,
a bit of shame doing it.
Yeah.
Like you're cheating. You're like,
I'm just
I'm watching this 3-minute YouTube video.
yeah.
I'm just doing it to make all these boxes light up on the screen, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why.
That's almost how I feel right now. I am, you know, like I've been hunting shrines in Zelda before I go kill Ganon, and I'm like, I have like 20 heart containers. I have full stamina. Like I could probably go and take him. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But for some reason, I want to do all these shrines first.
I know why.
was like,
I know why you want to do it.
tell me.
You want that Tunic of the Wild.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. See, I remember thinking to myself, because remember Alex saying there was, you know, that you get something, you know.
For doing everything.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, not that if you didn't do it already, shame on you. But if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, that is.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's a great game.
it says in the description, it's like, these are the comfiest trousers you've ever worn. And it's like, no, but I I did that when I played Breath of the Wild. I first played it on the Wii U.
Oh, how did it run on the Wii U?
It was fine.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
And then on the Switch, I played Master Mode.
Oh,
And, like,
what is that?
That's in the season pass or DLC for it. It's enemies regain their health during battle,
that's interesting.
and there's another type. There's a gold type enemy that's harder, and the game's just harder in a few different ways. So you have to be a master, but
Exactly.
A Pokemon master.
yeah. So I played it on hard mode.
Okay.
I probably have like above, I don't know, maybe hitting 250 in hours in that game.
Oh, I believe
for
it.
like my 2 playthroughs of it.
There is a lot to do in that game.
But yeah. What were we talking about it? It was just awesome.
Yeah, well, I know like a lot of people were saying it was like the greatest game ever.
Oh,
and
I would say you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you like video games at all by not playing it.
yeah, well, when I first started playing it,
Shrines.
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, that's true. When I first started playing it, I was having a hard time getting sucked into it because I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool, but while the world was so vast and epic, it just felt a little barren to me at times. You know, I was just kind of like, there just seems like there's not much to do beside the shrines. I mean, obviously there are side quests, but they're all kind of whatever. I mean, I didn't really think any of them had that much depth to them. But once I did get sucked in, I was like, yeah. I don't know that I would say it's the best game ever. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, that's
But-
completely subjective.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
But I would say it's definitely taken a place in my list of games, I guess, that I throw up there with like RE4 and just powerhouse stuff. Like even Mario Odyssey was just like,
Oh, it was good. Dude.
if you want to play the best 3D platformer, I would say unabashedly that's like the most well-refined 3D platformer ever.
Yeah.
And then once again, it's up to you to decide if you like oh, I like Donkey Kong 64 a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I mean, whatever you're into.
Yeah, sure,
But-
sure.
Did you play Super Mario Galaxy?
Mhm.
Oh, that's
That's
I-
excellent too.
Yeah,
so
those have always been some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Galaxy games.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't really gotten into. I've only played Odyssey for like a few minutes when he's had it over here, so I haven't really
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
gotten
good.
into it yet.
Yeah, I still will stick to the notion that I don't necessarily know that Zelda needed to be open world, but I understand. I mean, that's becoming so standard now. I can see why they would try it. But yeah, it's.
See, I've always thought this was just the natural progression of Zelda, anyway. So.
Yeah, I think it could be argued that it always was.
Right.
Minus Adventures of Link.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's got a world map.
that's a good point.
To their like open world to the extent that they could at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
And like, I guess, I mean, like, Link to the Past is contained in its grid-like map. But if that's the world, it certainly is open. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Ocarina. Majora's a little weird. It's kind of all the same thing. You guys go ahead and talk.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a good point. Yeah, true.
I feel like I'm ignoring you, my dude.
So real quick, back to Spider-Man.
Yes.
You would, I assume you would say it's safe to say there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was hands down the best form of Spider-Man media that I've witnessed probably ever.
Really?
As long as
Nice.
as far as the story goes and the way they made Peter Parker he wasn't. I mean, he was a little annoying because that's what Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Or obnoxious. But not so much when he was Peter Parker. But with the right amount of trash talk and not... Like, if you did these side missions where you have to stop crimes in different parts of the map, a la something like Assassin's Creed, which is okay. It's a huge map and you got to have stuff to do in it. But I'd always notice him saying something different, and it was only about towards the end of the game when I was about, I don't know, probably 25 hours in that I heard some audio clips that I haven't heard before.
Wow.
And
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just did such a good job. And then I didn't even really like Ratchet and Clank on PS2.
Okay.
And then Insomniac made the remake of the first one.
Yeah, that was...
And I was like, this game rules.
Yeah, it's really good. really.
And it's crazy them going from that to such a mega property, such as Spider-Man.
Well, so when there were all the rumors, like that being made, a lot of people thought that it would be a very natural thing for Sucker Punch to take on that IP. And I was pretty surprised when they gave it to Insomniac instead. I mean, that's a safe bet because they don't make bad games.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I definitely, like at first I thought that they would probably let Sucker Punch do that. I'm glad they didn't because I'm sure you've seen their new game. The hell is it called? Ghost of Tsushima, which looks awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the shit out of that.
Oh yeah. Now, here's something that's kind of interesting though. I recently read that Insomniac has come out and said that they're very interested in doing actually Sunset Overdrive 2. But like with the success of Spider-Man, I find it hard pressed to believe
they'll never do another game.
Spider-Man sequels till the end of time.
That's it.
At least until the end of days.
I mean, I guess they could split into two teams, but that would just make it everything take longer.
They'll be Spider-Man City forever.
Yeah.
Now they might be able to do it because it won't be Okay. I think they could do Sunset 2 because they have everything and they could just kind of tweak it, but I don't find that game being something that's gonna break any type of mold. It's just like a fun place to do crazy stuff.
Sure.
And I never played it because it was on Xbox, but it looked fun.
Well, that was the thing I didn't, especially when you consider their very close relationship with Sony. I was really confused when they only released that for Xbox.
Yeah.
And if that game would have been multi-platform, when you consider the install base of the PS4, they probably already would have made a sequel.
Yeah.
Because it would have sold way more.
Yeah. I think everybody would have played it.
Oh yeah.
And then it would have been, even if it didn't do huge numbers at first, I feel like it would have been a PS Plus game eventually.
Yeah.
And everybody like, this game is super fun. I should have played it back when. But.
The kind of like rule of thumb for games is if they sell 1 million copies, that kind of warrants a chance for a sequel. Now, at this point, I would like to think it's probably gotten that far, but I remember like not too far after launch, they were like expecting it to do like X amount, and they were only, I think, like 500,000 copies sold.
Yeah.
And, like it just didn't sell very well. So I'd like to. I mean, honestly, even if it's not for PlayStation, I'd like to see a sequel because I actually did, I did get to play some of it. It was a really good game.
Yeah.
But again, Spider-Man, I think might actually be about to outsell God of War, which is no small feat, obviously.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
but
It's worth it. I mean, God of War is the better game,
that game was so good.
but it's just, I don't know. As soon as you start web swinging around, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
This is worth it.
Now, in terms of PS4 exclusives, what would you say so far has been the best? Would you say God of War?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think the only one that comes close probably would be Spider-Man, even though I haven't played it yet, and maybe Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon
game-
was great.
Yeah, that was a great game too.
All the what are the big PS4 exclusives?
So there's those three. There's Uncharted 4. There's Detroit.
One of my favorites is Bloodborne.
Oh
yeah, Bloodborne.
Yeah, that was.
A lot of people's favorite.
Speaking of Bloodborne, have you seen that? Have you seen FromSoft's new game, Sekiro or whatever?
Yeah.
Did you watch the gameplay at all? Because it's pretty much like it's gonna be like when I saw it, it reminded me a lot of Bloodborne, but like you're a ninja,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Like it looks really good.
I'm getting some serious Tenchu vibes.
Yeah, well,
on it.
actually, supposedly originally it was supposed to be a Tenchu game.
Oh, yeah. I can see that,
Yeah.
I think. I think it looks great.
Oh yeah.
Was it From Software?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get sold on those games. Not because I'm afraid of difficulty or anything, but there's just something about it seems real huge, like as far as the lore. If you want to go deep and you read all those items,
Yeah.
like the magical flask of whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it just seems so huge. But then I had some friends come over, and I had just gotten Bloodborne and the DLC. It was around Christmas time last year, and some of those PS Plus, or not PS Plus, but PlayStation sales on the digital are absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And
good deals.
They're like, get Bloodborne and all the DLC, and it was like $14.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Right.
like, I have $14. And
$14.
my friends came over on the weekend, and my buddy Matt is like, dude, you gotta fire up Bloodborne. And we started playing it, and I was like, this is dope. And now, whenever they come over, we play for a little bit, and it's kind of a group thing. But
Yeah.
now I kind of get it. I think the first iteration I saw was Demon Souls, and I was like,
Right.
this doesn't seem fleshed out all the way. And then you go to Dark Souls 3, and you're like, this is super gnarly.
That game was great too. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I don't know. It just took me a while to get onto it, but I think Sekiro is going to be great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They said something about that there wasn't going to be any type of weapons or upgrading. Did I read that somewhere?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I saw. I've been seeing some gameplay clips from it, but I haven't got a whole lot of details as far as that stuff goes. I saw that like he has like that prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
You can get different weapons for that. Like there's different side weapons. Like the one that I saw them using was like an axe. So like you have your normal sword attacks, but then it has like one strong like axe attack that you can throw in there every once in a while. You can like equip different stuff to that arm. But as far as like the sword goes, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it'll be super fun.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Especially zipping around with your hook and everything. What are you guys excited for?
Well, that's definitely one of them. I love all those From Software games. They have another game coming out for that like I haven't hardly seen anyone talking about for PSVR, and it's the game takes place in like an old timey like boarding school, and all the kids in this boarding school are like talking about whether or not like ghosts and things like that are real. And from the perspective of the VR, you are a spirit. You're like a ghost, and you're like trying to communicate with people, and like it's really weird. It's like it's this weird ghost story where you're the ghost, and it sounds really interesting, especially to come from software.
Yeah.
I think that's the only interesting part about it.
That it's from
I almost
software.
fell asleep during your explanation. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, I get motion sickness from VR, and it sucks.
I've yet to try a VR
It
headset
is
out.
nuts.
It is super cool.
Dude, me and Rob tried it at Old Crow Hardley's place. Probably like 2 years ago.
It was like right when it was around when it came out, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I went in thinking it would be like pretty solid, but you know, like it's still obviously very much like, you know, like in its infancy. But we were blown away by how good it already is.
Yeah.
We were like, wow, this is actually pretty damn impressive.
It's really neat.
Yeah.
Like I played it wasn't even a game. It was just like the demo. It was the one with the shark where like you go down in the shark cage and it like attacks you. It's legitimately frightening.
Yeah.
I was like, Tim, take this controller before I put it through your TV.
I am so. I mean, you know, like I want to play Spider-Man. I'm excited for Assassin's Creed actually, and I'm not even a huge fan of the series, but I thought Origins was really good. I don't know if you played it.
I didn't play that one.
It was great, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey is gonna be Ancient Greece. I'm like, I'm sold. After that, obviously, Red Dead. That's gonna be great.
I thought of one more.
No, go ahead.
The Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
What is it? 2077.
Whenever it comes out, I mean, it's gonna be another probably year or more.
Yeah, so to say, it was CD Projekt Red. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
But see, one of the reasons I'm holding off on Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, is because I am dropping $100 on the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead in October.
Nice.
In November, I'm buying Spyro and Pokemon, which is going to be like almost 100 more. And then in December, I snagged that Super Smash thing where like the themed Pro Controller or whatever. Yeah. So that's like 150 more bucks.
Yeah.
And then 100 more for the PS1 Classic. So I'm like, I was like, I need to cut some corners here. So like, I'll hold off on these two.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think it's kind of funny regarding Pokemon and Spyro. They're coming out 3 days apart.
Yeah.
So apparently that week I'm just going back to the 90s, and I'm excited for it though.
Just time travel.
Yeah.
Sean with like a big old thing of Surge.
Oh God, that's the plan. I mean, we're obviously kind of winding down in this console, life cycle. So there's not a whole lot more, at least in terms of PS4 exclusives. But obviously the big one's The Last of Us 2. I mean, that's going to be, that looks like it's.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil 2 remake is going to be ridiculous. And Devil May Cry 5, I'm going to play the shit out of that.
Yeah, it looks good too.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah. Dude, like it's a busy fall. And I mean, oh yeah, I forgot Days Gone. That comes out in February. I'm kind of looking forward to Days Gone.
Yeah. That is zombies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the one that I think is trying to look too hard to be The Last of Us. Like it looks very similar.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I mean, I don't think it's gonna flop by any means, but like I don't think it's gonna like tear it up either. Like one of those games that'll be pretty good, but like probably won't get a sequel. Or
was it E3 or PlayStation Showcase or something that they did? They did a demo, but it was just like the amount of zombies that was on screen.
Oh, it was crazy.
They were like flooding in.
Yeah.
That stuff's always cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that'll sell your game, but...
Well, and then the next one that they showed, the end was a zombie bear.
Oh, good.
I was like, I'm sold. I mean,
Yeah. As long as there.
Red Dead already did it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's true.
That game's gonna be nuts.
But yeah,
Do you think they're gonna do an undead like DLC to Red Dead 2?
Yeah, it's possible.
Could be.
Very possible.
Dude, I think people loved that. I bet they do it for sure.
We'll
I don't
see.
know what else they would. I don't know. It's like the only thing they could do. Besides, like, in space.
Well,
Don't give them ideas.
well, they're gonna, yeah, but I mean, actually, Red Dead Online is getting a beta, so I feel like they're gonna put like a lot into like Red Dead Online and like make it kind of like GTA Online. Same.
Well, they still support GTA Online, don't
Oh,
they?
they have.
I actually,
That's how they're making all the
Red
money.
Dead, the servers are still on, but there was literally 2 other people in the server. I swear to God, and like I would spawn and someone would just come and kill me immediately. And I played it for 10 minutes and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Through this, but yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it's looking like a good year, man. There are a lot of good games.
Oh,
out
dude,
now.
yeah.
Like it's.
I played the Mega Man 11 demo like, I don't know, 40 times already at one stage.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like a week away.
You're just
I'm
ready.
so stoked.
Ready to go.
Hopefully, I mean, I can get past his annoying voice. It's like Mega Man doesn't have a voice.
Right.
You think about what he sounds like. And then
Yeah.
they have this double gear system. Did you see that?
No.
I saw that.
So if you hit the right bumper, time slows down and this heat gauge builds up. And if you overheat, you might lose some mobility and you can't use the gear system. And if you hit the left bumper, it makes your buster more powerful. And I was like, those are neat, but it sounds like it's for little tiny babies. Because I want my Mega Man game to be super hard.
Yeah.
Right.
And I play the demo, and I just don't even use those things. And hopefully there's a mode where they're just not introduced, because that would be great. But,
Yeah.
but other than that, the music's good. I really want... Something needs to be real rockin' on there, though, because it's been kind of techno-y. I just really want a ripping, like, power metal song in it.
Right.
Maybe like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I gotcha.
there's a reason the NES Mega Man games have the best music. It's too good.
Mm-hmm. It's rock, man. It's gotta have some rock music.
Yeah.
Rockman. The Rockman.
Rock man. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll man. Just like you, and which we're going to get to, but I have one last gaming question. Well, it's one, but like, it's 2 questions.
5-part question.
Settle in.
One
What?
5 part.
What is your favorite game so far? This console generation, and then what do you think your favorite game of all time is? If you can't say just one, I'll take one franchise.
Oh boy.
What? This console generation?
Well, okay.
I
My
under-
first question would be: Have you
I
played The
understand.
Witcher 3? Because that should be your answer.
Dude, I have problems with that game.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you why.
Go ahead. I want to hear about
I
it.
played that game. I played it through.
Yeah.
And 400 hours, 500 hours.
I was late, yeah.
I was like, just getting to the Norse or the Viking land
Skellige.
Yeah.
level 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, when is this fucking game gonna end? I've had enough.
That's fair.
And I mean, it's definitely cool. It's
Yeah.
super good. But I was like, this is too long.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff.
I could see that.
If you have one game, if you're a kid whose parents are cool enough to let them get like M-rated games, whatever, but you can have the chance to play one, the bang for your buck on Witcher is like, that's the one you need.
Oh, yeah.
You can play that thing forever.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But other than that, and then I remember when I got it, because I got Fallout 4 too, and I was like, I'll play this, and I'll play Fallout 4. And I started Fallout 4 up, and I was like, this seems like it's going to be huge, and I turned it off, and I never booted it up again, because
Really?
it was just the biggest 2 games ever,
Yeah.
just like back to back, and I was like, Nope.
I
want to run to the right and jump.
Yeah.
and that's it right now.
Yes.
This generation, God of War was instantly the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
Because of just Kratos, the way they did it, the way the game looks.
The Dad of War.
Yeah, it's boy.
That's great.
That's pretty much all he says.
That's
No,
all he
and
has
there's
to
some
say,
like
though.
really awesome moments in there.
Oh, I know. I can't wait for more.
Really heartfelt stuff.
Yeah.
Very good overall. Fighting games. I love fighting games. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, so Fighters was like someone made that for me personally. Like it's awesome. Those two really had me. And then I'm sure I'm missing stuff that was great. Horizon was great. Favorite of all time.
How about of all time?
I say my favorite game of all time is definitely FF7.
All right.
See, that answers my question. I was going to ask you what your favorite Final Fantasy was.
Yeah, pretty standard. That's usually my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Franchises after that, Resident Evil's up there. Mega Man's definitely up there. 2D Mario's. But FF7 is like the first like gaming experience. You get that PlayStation for Christmas and you play this game and you get pulled in by the characters and the music and the atmosphere, and it's like, how's his sword so big? And he's this guy with
How does he carry it?
yeah, he's this guy with the gray hair, and they curse in it, and it's funny.
Right.
And I mean, and there was games before that. Like, I think Donkey Kong Country 1 is one of the best games of all time. But then you play FF7, and you're like, it's not even the same thing.
Right,
but
Apples and oranges.
yeah, that's what I will say.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. So, you play guitar.
I do.
You play the what do you call them? The like woodiddlies? or-
Whittly fiddly.
Oh, okay, yes. In a band called Appalachia Underground. Now, okay, first thing I'll say, excellent name.
Thank you.
In a world that is running out of band names, like very badly, you guys came up with a pretty damn good one. Like,
Thanks.
I remember hearing there's this band, and honestly, I don't know if they're good or not. They're called like Ocean State, Alaska, or something like that.
You did?
And I was like, damn, we are out of band names. Like hard.
Yeah.
Like the world is running out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's an awesome name. And you guys are, and you're even a more awesome band. Very
you.
interesting. So I guess just tell
Very
us.
nice.
So I met you. You came to one of the first ever Walker Fang shows because you are friends with John Mark King,
Yes.
and that's how I think we met.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I guess I have known you for a good while.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
I think, John Mark and I have been best buds for a long time.
Yeah.
And he started getting this band going, and I was like, yeah, I know Creighton. He's like, come over for a barbecue. I think that's where we initially met.
Yeah. We ended up in the basement watching that one video on a loop of the girl with the dog who goes, go, blah!
Oh, yeah.
And we just watched that on a loop, and like it kept getting funnier.
Yeah.
For like an hour.
Yeah. Easily. Yeah, that is hilarious. I don't even know what you search for to get that, but you can find like a 10-hour loop with this little girl getting drugged by her dog, and she lands on her face.
Just face plants.
And it's horribly hilarious.
Yeah,
But-
that is how we met.
Yeah.
That's the story.
And then I knew I met JP at school.
Yeah.
West Lib.
West Liberty, make the most of yourself.
Yeah, and then
Great rendition.
yeah, that was amazing. I almost teared up. And we had music class together, and then
Theory.
you went up there,
I was
and
there,
we
yes.
all got to know each other a little bit more, and so yeah.
What Sean usually asks people, I'm gonna ask it this time.
Yeah.
To kind of talk about how you got started in music. We want to know like what bands did you go through to get to where you are now?
Whole history. Lay it on.
Oh,
Lay
okay.
it on me.
If that's kind of a daunting task, but
Sure.
a loose history.
Yeah, I mean, when I was real young, I thought Blink-182 was real cool.
They were?
And wanted to play guitar. And when I was younger, my brother and I didn't really hang out until we were a little older, but he would always have some music going. And so I got into Smashing Pumpkins, and that's where I heard Green Day for the first time.
Oh, you know what? I should specify, because that should definitely be included, but I even mean, like, what bands were you in up until this point?
Okay.
'Cause I kind of
I was just naming bands that I liked.
Yeah,
and-
which that's how I worded it. That's my bad.
No, it's okay. Well, but those dudes made me want to learn to play guitar.
Right.
And then, so the first band I was in was a band called Precious Roy.
Okay.
And
Oh, is that why that's your...
that's why it's my nickname,
I
yeah.
didn't know.
Okay.
And that's why people call me PR. So Precious Roy was a punk thing, and we were real shitty.
We were supposed to be. It's punk.
Did you have the nickname and then name the band, or was it the other way around?
I named the band that, and then my buddy Joel was my AIM instant messenger name,
Okay.
Precious Roy. And so he would call me Precious Roy or PR. And then I met a bunch of friends from different school, and Joel introduced me, and he introduced me as PR, and then it just kind of snowballed. And there are few people call me that these days, but if they do, they're,
Right.
they're in there. But so Precious Roy, and then I was in a band with Mikey, who is in Appalachia Underground with me, and we were called Saris Victoria, and it was kind of a screamo-y kind of thing, and it was a lot of fun. And then I wasn't in a band for a long time, went to music school, and then we started up, or Mikey started jamming with our first drummer, Eddie, and he would tell me about it, and I'd get real excited, and he's like, come out and jam, and I think we started working on a riff or song they had going, and it was a lot of fun, and just kept going back and writing stuff, and I'd bring stuff, and Mikey would bring stuff, and we had a bit of a set list for him, and then so it was Mikey, Eddie, and I, and then we got our friend Troy to come start playing bass for us, and then Ed was in another band called Stone Wicked Souls, and he was just a little too busy with that as his primary band, and then our friend Corey from Brimstone Coven was like, dudes, I want to play drums for you guys. I love the kind of music you guys are playing. And so now he's our drummer, and that's kind of where we're at.
Now, speaking of, he's obviously a really good axeman himself. I had no idea he could play drums. And then, on top of that, not all that long ago, I saw some random video of you playing drums. And I was like, he can fucking play drums too.
Yeah, love playing drums.
So yeah, that brings us now to Appalachia Underground. Now, I remember I was talking about with JM I think after we had Warcraft Fangs on recently, and he was saying that you and Mikey have been pretty much like writing together and playing together for like a really long time, right?
Yeah. Since like 2005.
Wow.
And
Yeah, that's awesome.
he's the other side of the coin for me.
Yeah.
I just, when he plays something, I hear something, and vice versa. And he likes to play stuff a little bit more technical and what do I want to say, to have kind of like a discord. And then I play stuff a little bit more straightforward, and just when the balance is mixed together, I think it's just works out really well.
No,
Been that
absolutely.
way for a long time.
Yeah. So I guess if you had to label yourselves, what would you say? I mean,
It's mostly like 90s skate punk stuff, but we have like some hardcore influence and some metal influence, and everybody loves so many different types of music. It's like the skate punk stuff is like the pizza crust, but then you kind of put whatever you want on it.
yeah.
So what we were real happy about with our first batch of songs that we have is every single one sounds really different than the next one. And it just makes this kind of smorgasbord of different sounds and fun stuff to play. Like we'll have a really melodic, almost pop punk song, and then we'll have like almost like a 3/4 driven, like almost like 80s metal mixed with this kind of thrashy vibe, or like this kind of Every Time I Die, like the backbeat vibe is like, but then you're playing these riffs over it that kind of mix the time signature up a little bit. I'm getting a little too
No, that's cool.
into it, but I'm beating around the bush a little bit. But
If you can
yeah,
sound
it's just eclectic.
Well, you can sound like Every Time I Die. I approve.
Yeah, I mean, not that we don't sound like them,
Right.
but I was there's a certain song I was or thinking of the drum beat.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I
But yes, I do enjoy them as well.
Oh, dude. I got into them courtesy of Jam, as you can imagine, because that's like his all-time.
Yeah,
favorite
he
band,
loves
and-
that band.
Dude, they are really good, man. So.
Keep talking to me right back. I gotta plug the camera in.
Oh, that's fine.
I thought I knocked it or something. My little drum escapade.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely think you guys are pretty unique. Obviously, and I like to see that because, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not really in the scene anymore these days like I was.
Yeah, we aren't either, man.
But
I don't think one really exists too much. It's just like
that's a fair point, but
it's just like a mixture of cool people who play in different bands that are all friends.
yeah,
So when there's a show going on, you know how it was.
yeah,
Like, even if it was jazz fusion, but you were good friends with them, they're like, "Those Fangs want to come play?"
yeah.
it's like, yeah. You're finding a show, yeah.
right. Well, I don't know. My thing, and I don't know. I could see how this could come off as shit talking, but I don't mean it that way. Local bands, to me, they often seem like they were very solid, but I mean, it's hard to be original in general. Like,
Sure.
like even like huge bands that are famous, like can at times have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to see.
Not everybody's gonna be fucking Radiohead.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
exactly.
the weirdest Like, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, and it's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I mean, I'm not making the claim any of the bands that I was in did, but we always had a conscious like effort to at least try to be a little different.
Sure.
And I think you guys do that too, which is very refreshing to see.
Cool.
So
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. We definitely think a lot about what the songs are going to be like and how to make them the best for us, because we want to make something that we really like, and in turn, hopefully it's something other people really like. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, so I think this is the last question that I can really think of. What is your favorite part about playing music and being in a band and the whole package of it? Really, like
I like something about being on stage, making a lot of noise, and that release
oh, it's
of
great. Yeah.
not being yourself for a second, or it's like, is that who you really are? And like being able to joke on stage and play something about playing music live, man. It's so fun. Guitars look cool.
They look like dicks, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know, but what is about it's being able to make such beautiful noise by playing something, and then if you have three other of your friends play towards the same thing, it just makes one big thing, and you can show people, and it's, I don't know, does that make sense?
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Like,
Yeah, I mean that's probably the aspect. I mean, what I always said was, I love the people that you meet.
oh yeah, that's
mean,
a good one too.
Because we never really toured per se, but we played a lot of shows like in Ohio and PA and,
Sure.
and stuff like that, and that was one of the coolest parts. But aside from that, yeah, just being able to get on stage and just kind of shift into that zone. It's almost kind of a surreal, euphoric experience.
Yeah, man, it's when you get up to play, you remember playing the first song, and then your set's over.
Right,
And
right.
you're like, what happened? I hope it went well.
Yeah.
What did I say? And yeah, something happens. You just kind of switch off and on at the same time, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's
It's it's that half an hour that that you get to unplug from the matrix.
yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? It's like
You just get to rock out.
with your cock out.
You know,
Yeah.
That's optional.
Is
sometimes cock in, cock out.
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go for it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've been playing guitar since like 2003 or something. And it's still one of my favorite things to do.
Mhm.
Like, and I'll never not like it. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I have a crazy fear that I'll lose my hand in some accident and I just won't be able to play guitar. And then I'll have to make some type of Metal Gear hand.
Well, dude, I don't know if it would fit, but I do have the little statue of him with the collector's edition.
Oh, nice. Dude, you
So
know
we
how
could
funny
just-
that would be? if
You
it
can
was
just
like-
use that on you.
I had a tiny hand.
Like a little baby hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, what the hell is that from?
Scary movie.
Yeah.
too.
Scary movie. Take my strong hand.
My strong hand.
No.
No, I don't want to touch it.
Give me your other hand.
Was that David Cross?
Yeah.
I think
wow.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him.
I forget the guy's name who plays the butler, but
Yeah.
that's some
God.
serious funny stuff.
All right. Well, I'm assuming we can find you guys in the usual, Facebook.
Facebook.
Where else is?
We're trying to get a band camp going, so we just recorded an EP with one Andrew DeCagno.
He's the man to go to.
He absolutely is.
Hell yeah.
And so those 3 songs, we have that little EP, and they will eventually be part of a full release. But so we're gonna put that up on the internet, and then you can hit us up online for CDs. We will have them at shows, and then if you're willing to like come get one, we'd be happy to give you one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
so would you haven't released that EP yet?
yeah, we did like, it's pretty much all DIY besides the tracks. So
Okay.
we got the CDs and made the slip covers, and
We've been there.
Yeah.
We did the same
and
thing.
it's a little taxing.
Oh yeah.
But super worth it, and we're real happy how it came out. But yeah, we'll have those at shows,
Okay, cool.
and hopefully have the music online for everyone to hear, and we'll be playing sometime soon.
Yeah, you don't have anything booked like in stone yet now?
No,
Okay.
but it will be on Facebook. That's pretty much the hub.
Yeah.
Um,
The unfortunately new but not as good MySpace.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can duck everyone's posts, honestly, I think it's the only reason I have it is for the band.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
Dude,
That's a whole other...
That was the only reason I ever had one. Just, because, I was always in bands, and that's...
And I use Messenger a lot, but did you guys have a band message on Facebook Messenger, or was it a chain text, or...
I think we had...
Oh, we would just use, like, WhatsApp, right?
Oh, no. Well, did we use that? We had some app. We used some app
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we just use that, but you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find us there. Rocking out.
Rocking out.
We use GroupMe.
Yeah. Group me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I refused to use it, and I think Sean would just text me.
Yeah. We could have just used Messenger. It would have been better.
Yeah.
Group me. Group you.
Yes.
Group on.
Group
on.
out.
Group out. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys happen to have any last questions.
I don't think so. I think we're done.
All right. Well,
All right.
that'll do it for this episode of Chords and Consoles. Appalachia Underground. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
We also noted in our last episode of the Console Space podcast, this will be JP's final appearance. Dude, really appreciate everything you've done for us. We will miss you.
No problem.
And
Miss you guys
we
too.
wish you the best. And you will hopefully actually be getting paid for this. Can't blame you. So,
Well, see you guys at B-Dubs one day.
B-Dubs. We'll meet you there. That'll do it. Thanks again for watching. Check out this. Check out the Console Space podcast and game day gameplay. And we'll hopefully see you guys soon.
With